So between modern and traditional parenting, which do I prefer? Well, I like to advocate for a middle ground between both. Modern parenting is parenting of now, and traditional parenting is parenting of then, millennials and Gen Z. Now, the difference between the both of them is oftentimes wide, and we can say yes, we turned out well, but nah. And then we can't just fully depend on modern day parenting. So I advocate for a middle ground between the both. It's not just communicating with your children or flogging them, as was seen with the millennials. Now, find a middle ground between the both, and learn how to communicate to them, learn how to flog them at the right time. Not flog per se, but learn how to just find a balance between the both of them. That is my opinion. What do you think?
I think I prefer the Gen Z method of parenting because although I think some of them are extra with it, the part where you don't want to beat your children, where you don't want to correct them, where they are misbehaving in public, you don't want to correct them because you want to be a friend to your child. That's like the part I don't like. But I prefer the Gen Z kind of parenting because if you want to look at the olden days kind of parenting, you're not friends with your child or children, you're always hard on them, they can't open up things to you. That's not how parenting should look like. So I prefer the Gen Z kind of parenting. Thank you.
Okay, so for me personally, I would always say that we're the ones giving this thing a tag. Now, the reason why we think the traditional type of parenting is there is because most of our parents, the millennials, the experiences they got from their parents was, the experiences their parents also got from their parents. It's just like, it's a generational thing. So this modern day now is still a tag. It's people that are evolving, they are learning. The basics are there. Discipline is there. All those basics as a parent that you give to your children, you discipline them when they're supposed to be disciplined, you correct them, all those things. Now, what you have in this modern day is people, they are talking about gentle parenting. Your child will misbehave, you will not do the needful, you leave the child because you say, okay, you want to be a gentle parent. For me, personally, people are just evolving, they are learning.
Personally, I would say I prefer the traditional way or method of training a child compared to like gentle parenting, because traditionally, or the traditional way of parenting it gave us the sense we have, like we have right now, because gentle parenting as it is, sorry to say, is just a form of spoiling the child and sparing the rod, right? So I prefer traditional way of parenting, which I will pass down to my child and all that, or my children, because like when you do something, I will spank you, but you don't really need to be harsh in training your child, other than overlooking what your child is doing every time. You're all in the name of gentle parenting. So that's just my take on parenting.
Okay, so my intake on traditional parenting and gentle parenting is that I'll go for the traditional parenting because in a situation where a child does something wrong, you have to beat the child, not to keep silent. Because if you say in gentle parenting and a child continues doing something wrong and you permit that child, you need that child to grow up like that, it's not right. So I'll take in the traditional parenting because if my child should do something wrong, I will lash him seriously. So that's my intake on traditional parenting. Thank you.